Good morning. We are Team Neurit, and I would like to introduce our product, Neurit Detector. This device has been developed towards an accurate diagnosis of locked-in patients for their better care and rehabilitation. The unmet medical needs we focused on is the misdiagnosis of locked-in states as the vegetative state. We would like to introduce Martin Pistorius, who was diagnosed as vegetative at the age of 12. He was actually conscious and locked inside his own body and unnoticed for 13 years. Some studies even show that up to 43% of patients diagnosed as vegetative are reassessed as having at least some level of consciousness. In Martin's TED Talk, he says, "People abused me physically, verbally, and sexually. My mother turned to me and told me that I should die." One single misjudgment of a doctor may make a person to lose their chance of getting appropriate rehabilitation forever and be abandoned from the human society. Our vision is to take these patients back to the social world. Locked-in patients have healthy sensory and cognitive functions, but are misdiagnosed because they have severe motor dysfunctions. They cannot physically, which means that they cannot physically or verbally respond. However, a neurodetector can provide a solution. By accurately detecting directly from cognition, patients even without motor dysfunctions can respond mentally through what we call the mind switch. We believe that this accurate diagnosis is the most important critical first step for patients to re-socialize, because unless they are found out, patients will not get sufficient support from caretakers and their families and appropriate rehabilitation for them to socialize. The neurodetector is an EEG-based cognitive test that uses brain-machine interface technology. Let me describe this in more detail. We have developed the original headgear to obtain accurate EEG data. This headgear is wireless and it's convenient so that it could be used as a bedside device. We also have an original cognitive test. This test focuses on certain types of brain waves called the ERP. And ERP is a response of voluntary brain activity that we use to detect these patients. These brainwaves obtained are multivariable and does not necessarily reflect voluntary brain activity. The neurodetector can extract ERP responses clearly, and by our pattern matching algorithm, we can change it to a single index biomarker. By using decoding accuracy as an indicator, we can construct a reference database for healthy patients. And when diagnosing new patients, we can diagnose them into different levels of consciousness depending on the patient's decoding accuracy. In this case, for example, the patient is about 65%, which means that the patient is in the locked-in state. As for patents, we have obtained 11 patents in Japan, 5 of which are also taken in the US and 1 in Europe. As our secondary development applications, we are planning to expand beyond diagnosis to rehabilitation and daily care. The core mind switch technology will be the same. However, we will be changing product design and user interfaces for other applications and target customers. This is our business model. The patent of the neurodetector will be licensed to medical device companies, and that will be our main income. The medical device companies will be selling our hardware and software to the doctors who will use it for diagnosis. We will also gain income from the use of the reference database, and this will be a subscription model. As mentioned before, the reference database is an evaluation criteria for diagnosis that will be used by the doctors. As our secondary development, we will be selling daily care and rehabilitation products directly to patients in need. Comparing our technology with others, I would like to stress out that the neurodetector stands out in terms of locked-in detectability, which means sensitivity of accurate diagnosis. Our technology is also superior for decoding speed, convenience, and device costs, which we believe are important specs of the device that will promote sales in the future. This is our positioning map. We believe the most important factors were locked-in detectability and decoding speed, the time required for decoding. And the Neurit detector is relatively outstanding within these two criteria. This is our development roadmap. We will be conducting feasibility trials in Japan by 2022, establishing POC. And after obtaining POC, we would like to start sales to influential researchers only for academic use, and this is to construct the reference database. And by 2025, we would like to launch sales for the Neurit detector domestically as a medical device. And 1 year later, we would like to start trials for further international expansion. This is our main members of our team, and we welcome new members to join our team. At UCSD, we would like to conduct an interview with physicians and patient families to clarify the unmet needs in the US. We will also like to discuss about potential collaborations with hospitals for clinical trials for FDA approval. And we will also like to consider the sales strategy to export our product to the US. To sum my presentation up, we would like to fund a total of about 7.6 million. And we would like to collaborate with medical device manufacturers and hospitals. And finally, we would like to develop a device that accurately diagnoses locked-in patients. And we would like to say a great thanks to the mentors, tutors, and supporting staffs, and our patients and their families related to Research Studio. Thank you.